Well, this is not a surprise to anyone, but the Detroit Lions decide not to use the franchise tag on any current player. This is coming from Dave Riquette. The franchise tag deadline expired at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that was about 3 hours ago from the time that you're going to see this video. Coming from his Twitter account says, no surprise, but the Detroit Lions are not using the franchise tag for the 7th straight year, meaning Carlton Davis, Kevin Zeitler, and the rest of the UFAs will be free to test the market if they don't re-sign before next week. Now, I did make a video about what's taking so long. Why are we not hearing anybody coming back? The only thing that we've seen, actually, I saw today that the Lions are not going to tender Connor Galvin or something like that. I got to look into it. I did bookmark the tweet. But as far as the UDFAs, the current people that we could sign, not sure why we're not doing it yet. But it's not a surprise that we didn't use the franchise tag, but it's also quite intriguing because Carlton Davis was acquired via trade. He was only going to be here 1 year. We did restructure his contract, but we did not extend it. So that means that he was going to be a 1-year loaner. Now he's not only one of the top free agents that will be available in the 2025 season, but he's also going to command top dollar as well. I believe I saw something about 40+ million for 3 seasons. So not a surprise that the Detroit Lions didn't do this, because the last time that they did it was in 2018 when we wind up franchise tagging Ziggy Ansah. Can you believe it's only been 7 years? Because when I heard 7 years, I'm thinking to myself, who did we franchise tag? And I think we had franchise tagged him before that as well. The Lions historically have not really been a team to use the franchise tag. If you remember, Ndamukong Suh, when his rookie season was over, we could have used it on him. Never did. We never once used it on Matthew Stafford. We never once used it on Calvin Johnson. We did not do the franchise tag. We would extend our players a bunch, but franchise tag is not what we typically did. And I think Ziggy Ansah that was Matt Patricia's first year, and I can't remember if he was hurt. I don't remember him playing too much that particular year. Now, the franchise tag is an intriguing kind of aspect, because check this out. This is coming from Google. How many times can a player be franchise tagged? In the NFL, a player can be franchise tagged up to 3 times. The tag becomes more expensive each time. What this means here, if you ever use this, if you click on this, it will take you to a link verifying that information, which is super cool. This is awesome. Explanation. The first time a player is tagged, they receive a base salary of the average of the top 5 players at their position. The second time, they receive 120% of their previous year's salary. The third time, they receive 144% of their previous year's salary, or the highest paid QB salary, whichever is greater. Now, this is something I didn't know until today, that the third time, because you never hear about this happening. So right now, the highest paid quarterback is, I believe, still Joe Burrow. So if somebody was tagged for a third time, they would receive 144% of their previous salary, or the highest paid quarterback salary, whichever is greater. That is insane. So that would explain why you never, ever see it happen. Put in the comment section below. Have you ever seen, all the time that I've been watching the NFL, I have never seen or heard of any player being franchise tagged a third time. But let me know what you think, or have you heard anything? Now, T. Higgins was franchise tagged for the second time, so he falls under the 120%. I believe it was a player that, maybe that other player, Trey Smith, I think it was, with the Chiefs, that he might have been getting 144%. But that means that if the Bengals don't get this deal done and they want to hold T. Higgins hostage one more time, they'll have to give him 144% of the $26 million he's making, or the highest QB salary. That is crazy. something new that I learned today. But is it a surprise to you that the Detroit Lions decided not to use the franchise tag? Not at all. It's something we don't do. I'm actually glad the Lions don't do this. I absolutely, positively hate the franchise tag. It is absolutely despicable. So that means that if you draft, let's use Aiden Hutchinson, for example. We can draft Hutch, rookie deal. It's essentially 4 years. Then we decide that we want to pick up his 5th-year option. That's 5 years. So we do that. Now he's under contract. His entire rookie season, 5 years. So let's say he goes from 21 to 26, would have been a free agent. Say, you know what? We're not going to let you walk. We're not going to extend you. We're going to franchise tag you. Year 2, we're not going to let you walk. We're not going to extend you. We're going to franchise tag you. That means Hutch, in this case, would spend 7 years as a Detroit Lion with no future money. It's just 1 year, 1 year. So to me, it benefits solely the team over the player. Now you could say, okay, Derek, well, you're making 120%, 144%, or nobody ever gets to the 3rd franchise tag because teams are smart. They use and abuse the franchise tag. I absolutely hate it. I'm glad only 2 players were franchise tagged this year. It's not a ton of players that you see every year. I want to say this is one of the lowest amounts that I've seen in quite a while, but let me know, do you like the franchise tag? I hate it. I love that the Detroit Lions do not look to use this often. They want to take care of their players. You guys say I criticize Brad Holmes. You would be telling the truth about that. And I also give him his flowers as well. And I do appreciate the fact that he has taken care of the players as he should. They've earned it. He's taken care of them. You could argue whether or not he's overpaid some people. That'll be up to you. But he does treat them like they should be treated. He does not franchise tag people. And I just hate the franchise tag. I think the NFL should do away with it because it's unfair to get 7 years out of a player. It really is. Like, and you don't want to sign them. You want to use them. It's almost, I'm not going to say what it's like, but you guys can use your imagination. You want to use them up, get all the good years out, and then you'll let them walk when they've given you 7 years. Probably the best years they're going to have. You know what I mean? So Hutch will probably be like Garrett, where he'll be in the late 20s and still be producing, and we'll see. But I'm glad that the Lions didn't do it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. So, members, if you don't see your name, pause it and look very carefully, because your name is probably there. It might not be, but it's probably there. I had somebody say yesterday their name wasn't there. I was like, wait a minute. I know the person's name is there, and it was there. It is small, so you might have to look a little, pause it, blow it up. Eventually, I will make a second column, so that way we can make them bigger. And also, if you are a director member and you have been a director member for at least 6 months, I can see your current level, how long you've been on that level. So let's say you're a recruit and then you've been 5 months and then all of a sudden you become a director member. You would start over as a director member. You would still keep your badge. It would still say how long you've been a member, but I can see how long you've been a member at that level. Once you hit 6 months, your first milestone of 6 months, that's not your first milestone, but once you hit 6 months, because you have 1 month, 3 months, 1, 3, and then 6. Once you hit 6, you get a helmet. Now, this is exclusively for the 12-month members of that tier. I had to go to and got my hands on some Motor City Muscle Minis. I was unable to get them through Green Iron. Now they're no longer on the website because they're so hard to get for them to get, which is crazy to me because that's what they do. But I guess Riddle, I don't know what's going on with them, but I have the helmets available. So when you hit 1 year, just send me an email. Let me know where you want me to send it, and I'll send it to you. I got 4 packed up right now. As a matter of fact, after I make this video, I'm going to go out and mail those. So, appreciate you guys, man. Trying to pay it forward. We got more stuff coming as well. Eventually, the merch will be a thing as well. All right? Take care of yourself and each other because you guys are awesome. And as always, go Lions.